Let's look at an actual example now. So we're gonna go back to this equation for water. So we have 2H2 plus O2 gives us 2H2O. The question asks how many grams of H2O would be produced from 400 grams of O2. So if we look at our setup, our starting point is going to be 400 grams of O2. That's our A. So anywhere we have A, we're going to be dealing with oxygen. Our B is what we're trying to get to, and the question asks how many grams of H2O. So H2O is going to be our B. Starting off by filling in our given, which is 400 grams of O2, and I'm going to write out that we're dealing with O2. According to this, after our grams of A are in place, we need to convert to moles of A using the molar mass. Since we want our grams to cancel out, our molar mass is going to go on the bottom. The molar mass of oxygen, just O, is 16 grams, but we have O2, so that's actually going to be a total of 32 grams. Since that's our molar mass, it's going to be equal to 1 mole of O2. Going to show those units cancel out. According to this, after our molar mass of A, we have to convert to moles of B, and we're going to use that using our mole ratio. We can get our mole ratio from the balanced chemical equation. Since A is oxygen, I'm going to look at the coefficient in front of oxygen, which in this case is an invisible 1. And our B, which is what we're trying to get to, is H2O. So I'm going to look at the coefficient in front of H2O, which is a 2. I'm going to fill in my mole ratio to this section of the T-chart, making sure that my units cancel. So my 1 mole of O2 goes on the bottom, and my 2 moles of H2O is going to go on top. Showing those units canceling out. And our last step will be, once again, to use the molar mass to convert back to grams. But this time, we're using the molar mass of our second substance, of substance B. So our substance B is H2O. So I'm going to need to find the molar mass of H2O. Finding our molar mass is the same steps as it has always been. Don't confuse this coefficient and add it into your molar mass, because that is not relevant to what the molar mass is of H2O. We're just going to add up 2 hydrogens plus 1 oxygen. So the molar mass of H2O is 18 grams. Since right now my units are moles of H2O, to cancel that out, my 1 mole is going to have to go on the bottom, and my molar mass, the 18 grams, goes on top. Cancel those final units, and we're left with grams of H2O, which is exactly what the question asked for. So to get our answer, we just have to multiply all the numbers on top, divide by all the numbers on the bottom, and put that in our calculator. This is a lot of numbers. The best way to do it is just straight across the top and then divide by everything on the bottom. So we have 400 times 1 times 2 times 18. Once we get to the end, we can go to the bottom. So we're going to divide by 32, divide by 1, and divide by 1. And we get our answer, which is 450. And don't forget to put your final units, which is grams of H2O. And that's stoichiometry.